Hello, hello, everyone. What is up? I am on here live. It's just me. You see my TV over there. It's just me right now. Um, might I'm hoping to have someone in here in a couple of minutes. But yes, it's just me right now. Um, and so we're gonna do this. We are talking tonight about the Predator franchise. I really like this franchise. It's got some stinkers. It's got some stinkers in it, no doubt. Just like the Alien franchise has some stinkers, but it feels like the Predator franchise is coming back around now. A Monster B, you big fan of Predator? Because that's what we're talking about tonight. Um, yes, so I am a big fan of the Predator franchise. I'm a bigger fan of the Predator franchise than I am Alien. I love the Alien franchise, but I think I've always liked the Predator better. Because he has like gadgets and weapons and all that. So I've always been a fan of the Predator. Um, so we're gonna go over. Okay, so my guest is here. Hang on just a second. Um, I'm gonna add him right now. Hey Jeremy, what's up, man?
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good, man. Just kind of just getting started, so we haven't missed anything yet. So
Oh, okay.
this Jeremy, Mike's replacement for Real Dead. So, no,
Yeah, for
that's a
now.
joke. No, I did tell Mike about this live show. He knew about it. He, it's 9 o'clock, kind of getting late for him. He gets up super early in the morning. So,
Yeah.
um, but yes, he does know about it. Um, Real Dead is a 50-50 venture for me and Mike. We're both involved 50-50. It is under a banner of my like YouTube channel, but it's something we created together. So it's not like one of us has more control over it than the other. We both have say. So that's just the way it is on that. But um
Yeah.
let's read this. I put the camera on the wrong freaking side again. So now my finger's gonna be in it. I didn't think about it. um, Mashmi said, I'm not into Predator, but I don't hate it. Okay. Old Restless says,
Okay.
it's the new co-host. Oh, it's the new cast. Mike, we miss you, bro. I told Mike that. Mike might be in the chat. I did tell him to pop in at least and say hey in the chat. Um, but so Jeremy, have you seen that new Predator movie yet, Badlands?
That is literally the only one in the franchise I haven't seen yet.
Yeah, same here. I haven't seen it yet either. We were gonna plan on going to see it tomorrow, but now we're not. I actually have car trouble, so we have to take my car to the shop. So we're actually
Oh,
not seeing the movie now, Jeremy. So that's okay though. I'll see it soon. We got to get this.
same.
I got to have a car, so we got to get this taken care of. So, but I've heard Badlands is good. I've heard it's. Some people don't like it. Some people have called it woke. Of course, everybody. I think some people will call anything woke at
Yeah.
this point. So I don't know if it is or not, but I doubt it is. But it could be. But I've heard people say that. But overall, I've heard people say good about it, Jeremy. Honestly.
Yeah. Well, I was hesitant when they said it was going to be PG-13. Like, I didn't like that idea at all.
No, me
But
neither.
the reviews for it, people were saying this is the most badass one in the entire franchise. And I'm like, okay. I mean, it's by the same people that did Prey. So that's where my hope is.
Okay, yeah, yeah. I really love Prey. That was rated R
Yes.
though. I thought Prey is a high water mark for this series. I mean, it's up there for me. It's really good. We'll talk about the other movies. I just want to get in here. Oh crap! I don't know why I put this camera on the wrong side, so now my fingers gonna be in it. Old Restless says I have yet to see Badlands as well. Yeah. What we got here? Monster Beast says, I seen the first two only. Oh, okay. You only seen the first two. Um, I would say that, count yourself lucky on some of them because,
Some of them.
yeah. Um, what we got here? Monster Beast, yeah, you definitely should check out Prey. Yeah, Prey is, like I said, if you're going to see three of these movies, I say this is my recommendation. Predator 1, 2, and Prey. Now, listen, I really like Predators, so that's my
Yes.
number 4. But all the rest, I say throw them in the trash. I'll throw them in a trash can. But yes, I mean live action, by the way. But we'll get to that in a minute. Wait a minute, Mike is here, and he says first thing Josh says, "What did Cody say, Mike?" No, I didn't. They're just talking. I will tonight. I'm off. Yeah, you should watch. Well, watch this first. Josh looks up to Cody. What? Yeah, he's a nice guy. I'm not like, I'm not like a, what do they call that? A fanboy or anything, but he's a real nice guy and a great guy. I do enjoy his takes on stuff. Oh shoot. Let me see here. Just people saying hi. Predators belong in the trash can too. No, Predators is a good movie.
Predator's a good movie.
Yes, I'm with you on that one. Mike, hop on and hello. Yeah, I told him he should hop on and say hi, but the dude's sitting in his recliner, arm behind his head, looking on his iPad at probably, autographs he wants to buy. Hope to see you one day soon. Yeah, people are just saying hi to Mike because Mike's vanished from this channel somehow. He doesn't want to do these, but people like him on the lives, Jeremy. But he don't want to do them. Does that make sense?
No,
I know.
Don't.
That's just Mike in his brain, North Carolina brain. I work graveyard, so I'm always up. Master B says, "Well, okay." So before we get started, I wanted to show a couple items that I have that are Predator universe related. I just pulled these out and I wanted to show them. I do have the GameStop exclusive Dutch Schaefer Funko Pop where he's covered in mud. I don't know if you can see that real well.
I think
I do have that one.
Yeah, I have that one.
And then I also have the Funko Insider Club exclusive Predator, where it's like his camouflage is like electricity, it's coming off. It's
flickering off of him.
Yeah, so I do have that one as well. And then I wanted to show a couple autographs I have from people from the movie. And that first one is Jesse Ventura's autograph right there. But it's on it's on a 1986 April-May WWF magazine. He's on the cover. So he probably would have been filming Predator while he did this photo shoot, probably. Around the same time, yeah. So that's his autograph there. And a cherished one because he's no longer with us, and that is Carl Weathers. I have right here. I met him at a Mad Monster. It says, to Josh, all the best, Carl Weathers, Dylan. So, yeah, there's that one. So
how was he to meet?
Oh, he was nice, quick. It wasn't like he was trying to have a 5-minute conversation with you. It was quick. Jesse Ventura, the people in front of us, he was talking to him for about 10 minutes. I get up there, he's like, "Hey, how you doing? Bye." So I had the same interaction with Jesse Ventura as I did Carl Weathers. So yeah, and originally I wanted a figure signed by Carl Weathers, but his autograph for signed items was $200.
Yeah, before he passed, I got to see what he was charging. I'm like, good God.
This was $80. This was $80 alone, no picture. Wait, did I get I don't think he was doing pictures at the table. I think it was auto only was $80.
So you had to do a photo op.
I didn't do a photo op. Yeah, you had to, I think. I'm pretty sure he had it was a couple years ago, so he still had kind of a mask on. I don't know if he was, because he didn't pass too long after when I met him, so maybe he was sick. So maybe that's why he didn't do that stuff. But yeah, $200 for a signed Rocky gloves, or like I said, I had a figure that I bought special for the event. And then I said, well, how much is this? And they're like, premium items are $200. I'm like, $200? I'm like, that would blow up my whole freaking budget. So I couldn't do it. But nice guy still, not bad, not a bad guy. We went and watched his panel. Very, very good. The guy led an interesting life, that's for sure. So I thought it was. Wait a minute. Let me see some of these. Dylan Old Wrestler says, "Wow, $200 for a signed item is nuts." Yeah. Mike said he was going to charge huge numbers for toy. Correct? Yeah, it was 200. That's why I didn't do it. Mike was at that show too. I think with me. I think that's one of the cons we got to go together, or we went together. We've only been to, I think, 2 cons. No, 3 cons together now, I guess. But that was one of them. And dude, Jesse Ventura, he was all over the place. He was at the bar at night hanging out. He wasn't drinking because he don't drink, but he was out just talking to everybody like the whole con, day and night. Ask Mike. We saw him everywhere.
Wow.
So yeah, man of the people. But okay, so got that out of the way. Do you have any autographs from anybody from Predator or anything like that?
I don't have autographs. I've like Jesse Ventura. I've seen him one time at the Huntsville Pop Expo a couple years back. He wasn't like what you're saying about being all around the con. He didn't really do that at Huntsville. He just stayed at his table.
Oh man, dude, like I said, we went to eat late one night. It was me, my wife, and Mike, and it was 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. Jesse Ventura's at the bar just talking to people, dude. Shaking hands, talking to people. I mean, he was. Mike saw him. I mean, we saw him. It was cool to see, really, because you don't see the celebrities do that as much. I seen Skeet do that one time, but Mike said, yeah. Yeah, I recorded the panel and we uploaded the podcast. Yeah, so we did record that. Mike said his son was his manager handler. Yes, his son was with him. You know, he didn't leave his dad's side. His son was with him just in case, you know, maybe someone tried to get, you know, rough with him or whatever, who knows, but his son was there with him. So that was kind of cool. Okay, so let's talk about this Predator franchise, Jeremy.
Okay.
I contacted you. You showed interest. You told me that you'd like to do another live show. So I'm like, well, what can we do? Predator's kind of a hot topic right now with Badlands doing so well. So I thought, well, why not we talk about some Predator, especially when you said you were a fan. So
Yeah.
the first Predator movie, 1987, rated R. The main hero protagonist in it is Alan Dutch Schaefer. He's played by Arnold Schwarzenegger. And he, you know, this movie is incredible to me. I absolutely love it. I love everything about it. I've probably watched this movie more than any other movie I've ever watched in my entire life. I think this is probably number one. This or Back to the Future, but it's one of those. But I've watched this movie a ton of times. I absolutely love it. I love the cast. I think the cast is perfect. It's awesome. And I love the Predator. I think the Predator kind of has a Michael Myers syndrome, in my opinion, where further on movies, they just never got the look right to me. Kind of like the Michael Myers mask. Like, it just doesn't look right to me in several of the movies. Some they got right, some they didn't. And this one looks the best to me out of any Predator we've ever seen. It's the Jungle Hunter in the original. And yeah, I absolutely adore this movie. I love it. What do you guys say about it?
Well, I will say yes. First Predator film is the best one of them all. That's the OG that you can't really beat. And it was released in 87 and I was born in 87, so I grew up with this movie.
Yep.
I used to, as a little kid, get the poster to it confused with Commando and accidentally put in Commando, thinking I was watching Predator. But everything about this movie is amazing. And it's such an 80s cheesy action film.
Yep, I agree.
So, and Schwarzenegger is probably the best final guy in any horror movie.
Yeah. I mean, some would argue that this is not a horror movie. I think it is a slasher. I mean,
it's a slasher.
He's killing them one by one. I mean, it is a slasher movie, in my opinion. Sci-fi slasher. It is. It's horror. I mean, you got guys skinned alive. You got people's freaking spines being ripped out of their bodies. Yeah, I adore this film. Like I said, I love the cast. I think the cast is great. Um, and yeah, I think it's like you said. I think it's really good. And Old Restless said 10 out of 10. For me, it is a 10 out of 10.
It
I
is.
think this is one of Arnold's best acted movies. He's really good in this. His acting in this, it's not cheesy or over the top. It's like actually good acting in this, in my opinion.
And the way I look at it is it does the from dusk till dawn effect, where if you knew nothing about the Predator and were put this in, you would think you're about to watch an action war flick. And in about its middle section is when it starts becoming that horror film where they're up against something they have no idea what it is.
See, I will buck back a little bit. They do mess up, in my opinion, in this is when they show that spaceship right at the beginning. I don't think
Yeah,
that should have not been shown, and then it would have been
it would have
more
been
of
a
what you're talking
surprise.
about.
Yeah,
Right. But you see it and you're like, okay, well, it's something then. You don't know exactly what it is. And the Predator originally was played by Jean-Claude Van Damme. So they wanted a Predator
yeah,
that could like do the splits and kicks and stuff, but yeah, it didn't work out. So he got fired because
yeah.
he complained
His
too much.
yeah, his ego got him fired.
Yep. So okay, so that movie, we know that's greatness. Let's go on
Yes,
to Predator 2 from 1990, though the movie is set in 1997 for some reason, but it came out in 1990. It is rated R, and the main protagonist is Mike Harrigan, played by Danny Glover,
Danny
which
Glover.
I think Danny Glover. Listen, if you want something that's on the opposite sides of the tracks of Arnold, you got Danny Glover, which is good. I think he plays a good detective slash cop in this. He
Yep.
plays that well in other movies, obviously Lethal Weapon and stuff. And so I think this is a good movie for him to be in. I like this cast. I like that the dude that plays Jerry in it, that's in Bill Paxton. I mean,
Bill
he's
Paxton.
great. He is great as Jerry in it. And yeah, I just really like this movie a lot, actually. This is my second favorite Predator movie. I think depends, but I still like this one a lot because it is the rated R and it is different. It's the concrete jungle of LA, which I like that
I
change
like
up.
that.
I do too. I enjoy that. I think the story's okay. Um, I think the Predator still looks good in this. I like that Gary Busey is in this movie as like a government
Gary
guy.
Busey before he went crazy.
Yeah, but this is after his motorcycle accident, right? Though I think.
I think so, yeah. But this is
Right,
it would have been at the same time they were doing Point Break, I think.
right. Because I think his motorcycle accident was like the late '80s, and this was like 1990.
Yeah.
So maybe I don't know, but I know he got into a really bad motorcycle accident that made him messed up. But so yeah, part two. I really like part two. I don't know about you, but so tell me what you think about part two.
I think this was enough of a departure from the first one to be its own thing like a sequel should be. It definitely gave you more, especially in the third act, when it's just Danny Glover versus the Predator. That's one of my favorite fight scenes in
It's
the
great.
franchise.
He does great.
And when they reveal everybody and he just looks at him and is like, all right, well, who's next? I love
Yep.
that line. I love that scene. And this was, correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't Predator 2 the first time it made a connection to Alien?
Yeah,
The
they
seeing
had
the
in the
head on
ship.
the
They
wall?
had it was just basically a throwaway thing. They didn't think anything would come of it. They just wanted to put it in there as an Easter egg.
Yeah.
But yes, they did have the xenomorph skull on the Predator wall. And in the new movie Badlands, they actually have another Easter egg on the wall of the Predator that I saw in the they show it right in the trailer, and it's the alien skull from Independence Day is on the Predator's trophy wall in Badlands. So yeah, so that's kind of cool. Well, because
Okay.
they were both Fox properties, so you could do it, you know. Yeah, Old Restless says Danny Glover was a fascinating choice, and it works. It
It
definitely
does
works.
work.
He is intense. Yeah, he's crazy at that point already. Talking about Gary Busey. I like Gary Busey as an actor. I think he's actually
Yeah.
a pretty good actor, especially in the 80s and the 90s. I think even in the 90s he was good. So yeah, I like it a lot. So yeah, that's where we stand. Okay, so the next one, believe it or not, another Predator movie was not released until 2004.
Yep.
And that is Alien versus Predator, PG-13, which is bad. And the main protagonist is it's Lexa or Lexi, and then her nickname's Lex Woods is the main protagonist. I actually like her in this movie. I think she's actually a good part of this movie. I like her character in it. And I like that it was a female, something different. We've had two male protagonists. Let's try something else. You know what I mean? This movie sucks. I went and seen this in the theater. I remember being really excited. You know, by this time I'm over 18. It wouldn't matter. It's PG-13 though. But like I remember me and my buddy, big Predator fans, we were excited about this. We didn't know that it was PG-13. We didn't even look at that. So when we went, we're like, where's all the damn blood and stuff? And like, where's like the ripping out of the spines? And like, where is, you know, and we were just disappointed with it, you know? And I will tell you, the predators in this movie look horrendous. They look like they're jacked up, buff dudes. Predator don't look like that. Predators are like tall and like lean, like lanky and lean. They're not big, buffed up. Like they just looked horrible in this. Also, when the Predator takes his mask off at the end, that face just looks atrocious. And then it like goes way out like huge, and it just looks bad. They just tried to do too much. Listen, there are some good things in this. I like the part where they showed that the Predators came back a long time ago and showed the people how to build stuff and things like that. And then it showed how the thing went, how the initiation went. I kind of like that. I like that Lance Henriksen's in this movie as, you know, whatever, Charles Bishop Whalen, that technically is just a nod and a wink, and he's not even really connected to the Whalen thing. I don't know. I don't know what that all was about. But yes, I do not like this movie. I actually just watched this not that long ago, and I'm like, this is bad. Also, I did like it that it was in the cold. We haven't seen that from a Predator movie. I like that. Yeah. I like that there's a queen alien in it. The one alien that was cool was the one that had the net on its head, and it, like, you know, and it had that design on its head the whole time. But overall, this movie is crap. What are your thoughts on it, Jeremy?
I agree with you that this movie is garbage. But, you know, the year before we got Freddy versus Jason. Yep. So then you hear we're getting Alien versus Predator. Of course you're going to get excited.
I was.
PG-13, like, you can't do that in this. Especially that the graphic novel itself is just so brutal and gory. You can't water that down. And there's no one in this cast that's really memorable for me.
No. I mean, I think the final girl is. But
she is, but she's never utilized again. They don't even bring her back for the sequel to this.
No.
So my biggest complaint is that they changed how quick it can burst out of your chest. Yeah. Like, you usually have some time, but these people are waking up and immediately it's coming out.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah.
And they're not even showing it because they can't.
Right.
To the things you said were good about it, like when it came time for the Predator and the alien to fight, yes.
That was okay.
That was okay.
But the Predator was so big and bulky, it was like weird for him to move around and fight the alien to me.
And this is a movie that's garbage to me, but it had a cool concept wasted, which was a Predator with a xenomorph inside of it.
Oh yeah, I thought that was cool. I did like that. Old Rusty says AVP is horrible, just horrible. Yep. I don't like another film until Prey. Okay, well, yeah, we'll get to that. But AVP, like, not the worst, but
No.
pretty trash. Now, listen, this is going to be controversial. This is Alien versus Predator Requiem. I actually enjoy this movie, tell you the truth. I like the brute. Listen, I like the brutality. I think it goes. I remember the same friend and me went and seen this after being disappointed with Alien versus Predator, the first one. And I remember walking out of the theater, we're like, man, that was pretty brutal. Like, these aliens would do that. Like, the aliens wouldn't care if a woman's pregnant. It wouldn't care if it's a little kid. It wouldn't. So, like, this is showing reality, brutality from aliens. And I thought it was okay. I actually liked some of that. Again, though, the movie's so damn dark in most of the parts, you
That
can't tell what the flip is going on in the movie. And but I do like some of it. Some of the characters suck. I understand that. The sheriff, that's the do-gooder sheriff, which I do like him. I feel bad for the guy because he believed the government. You know, like, okay, dude. And but none of the characters stick out either. They're all kind of bland. You know, there's like a woman that's in the military. She's okay. That's like the brother of the one guy. I mean, he's fine. I mean, I don't know. Nobody really sticks out in this to me. I do like that the human actually gets a hold of a predator gun and he uses it like as a gun. I like the wolf predator. I think the design is cool. I think it looks better than any. You're back to the longer, sleeker predator. It doesn't look
yeah.
bulked up. Um, the predator alien looks okay, but you never really can see it up close. It does use pregnant women to harvest, to like inject. It can inject face or not face huggers. It can inject just alien babies into it without a face hugger. It can do that. Um, and I thought that looked cool, but like you said, it was wasted because you couldn't see it, and I didn't like what they did with it. I like the wolf predator with the whip and all that. I thought that was cool. Um, like I said, there's things that I like about this movie a lot better than, and I like that it's rated R. And I like this movie better than AVP. I can watch, even though it's dark as hell, I still like it better. So what's your thoughts on this one?
This one, it felt like the people that made it were like, hey, what were the negative things they said about the first one? And the only thing they took from it was, oh, it wasn't rated R. So let's make it rated R. That's our gimmick. And the entire movie is so dark that it
It
doesn't
is.
matter. It doesn't matter what's going on. You can't see it. I
It
mean,
is
you have to
terrible.
widen your TV so much just to make anything out.
I did not when I watched it. I actually just watched this the other day, but yeah, I did not. But yeah, it is very hard to see. And I do remember saying that, like looking at my friend or something. And I remember in the theater, be like, "What the hell is going on right here?" You couldn't see shit, you know?
Yeah, it's like that's the one thing in their budget they forgot was, oh, we need lights.
Right.
Too bad everything we're doing is at night
Right. Yeah.
and
And rain.
rain. A
Yeah.
lot of rain, sometimes for no reason.
It does have a pretty big death toll though, in my opinion. It
Yeah.
probably has the biggest death toll out of any Predator movie, maybe. I don't know, but I mean it's pretty high. I mean, they blow up a whole town. So um but yeah, I mean it's not great, but I can enjoy it. It's kind of, see, you won't agree with me on this, but it's kind of like Halloween Resurrection for me, where I know it's horrible, but I like it. That's what this is, you know. That's what this
I
is for me.
mean, I can understand that.
Yeah. So the next movie that we're going to talk about is 2010. And I remember seeing the trailer for this and being so excited because in the trailer they showed Royce, who was played by shoot, what's his name? Who played
Uh,
Royce?
Adrian Brody.
Yes, Adrian Brody. And it's like it shows like a Predator 3 dot, and then it shows like 50 of them on him. You're like, oh my god, like what is this? That was a total made up thing. It never happened in the movie, and I remember being disappointed because it didn't happen in the movie. But it got me excited for sure. I thought this movie looked good by the trailer. Like I said, the same friend and me went and seen it, and we liked it a lot because it kind of got back to basics in a way, in my opinion. I like where you don't know, they didn't know where they were. It took place on a predator game preserve planet, wherever it is. And it's all these different people from all different walks of life, but are considered dangerous prey or dangerous people here on this planet. And I like that a lot, actually. I didn't really like the whole super predator versus predator storyline. I didn't think that was needed. I mean, I think they could have just had normal predator there. But the super predators were fine. I guess the thing, their gimmick is that they don't follow an honor system like a normal predator, so they just do whatever they want. They don't follow any rules, when it comes to honor of hunting or whatever. But this movie, I really like the cast, and I think Adrian Brody does a decent enough job. I don't like his Batman voice that he does, but I just think he does a decent job. He did bulk up. I mean, he's a skinny dude, but he did bulk up okay for this movie. And like I said, I enjoy the cast. You got Walton Goggins in it, which is really cool, in an early role for him. And I just think this cast is good. I like it. So Topher Grace, I don't know about him as in movies. He sucked his Venom. He was okay in this, but I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of his. But what do you think of Predators, man? 2010.
So Predators is the one I have revisited recently. And I really enjoyed it even more on the second rewatch. Adrian Brody, I can believe him as an action hero. You say Batman voice, it just felt like he was trying to do an impersonation of Hugh Jackman.
Oh, because he was like, we're going to get these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's not what he sounds like.
It's like Christian Bale's Batman, where he's like, don't you know what you do, Joker?
But this one has one of my favorite casts of the franchise. Even Danny Trejo in this.
Yeah. Yep.
Walter Goggins, like you said. And Walter Goggins delivered some of the darkest, funniest lines.
Oh, God, yeah.
The biggest problem with this film is Topher Grace.
Yeah, he's not great in it.
If you're going to reveal who he is in the third act, that should have already happened. They lean too much into him being a victim that you kind of do believe it. And then when it's revealed, no, he's a serial killer.
Right.
Well, shouldn't he have already been picking some of them off too? Especially if he thinks he belongs there.
Right.
And when all that happened, I'm like, what makes you think these predators care about you? How are you going to befriend them?
He's like, I'm a monster just like them.
He even tells the predator that, I'm like you. He don't care.
Tom said, do you guys think the new Predator Badlands should have been rated R? Yeah, I like a Predator movie rated R. The last PG-13 one stunk. But I'm hearing good things about this, so we'll see. I like a good rated R Predator movie, so I don't know if I'm gonna be sold on this one, to be honest. So we'll see. I'm not going and hating it or nothing. But you're right, he does. He goes, I'm just like you. Oh, and then he stabs him anyway. He don't give a crap.
No.
But yes, I really enjoy this movie. My wife actually watched this with me for the first time, and she's never seen a Predator movie, any of them. Not the first, second, none. So she watched Predators with me and was like, wow, this is actually really good. I said, yeah, I told you. I said, it's a good movie. It's cool. So yeah, I think this is probably my fourth favorite one in the franchise. It could be 3, but probably 4th for me. But yes, it's good. I think it's actually really good. Then we didn't get a Predator. No. We got Predator, the Predator in 2018. It is rated R. The main protagonist, his name is Quinn. He's a military guy. This movie sucks. This is
Yeah.
really bad. I think, you know what? To me, this is the worst Predator movie, even worse than AVP. Um, I like some of this in here, but like some of the acting is horrible. Sorry. I really like what's his name? Keegan Michael Keel or whatever. I like him, not in this movie. Um, um, God, Punisher,
Thomas
Punisher.
Jane.
I like him as the Punisher in some other movies. He's horrible in this. This has just some bad acting. Olivia Munn couldn't act her way out of a freaking paper bag. I don't think she's a good actress. She's nice looking, but
Yeah.
But listen, that ain't gonna matter in the movie if you stink, But I just think in the main guy, Quinn, I mean, he's okay. And then they dive Shane Black. Like, what are you doing? I guess his movie got so messed with, though. Like, they had like tons of stuff cut out where the predators actually come down and help fight this predator. That all got cut. Because there's set pictures of predators driving our tanks and like in military fatigues, but all that footage got cut. It got totally redone into something else. So, this movie is horrible. I actually just watched this and I'm like, wow. Because I remember going to see it and I'm like, okay, the blood and stuff, and then the giant predator, that doesn't work good for me. I don't like it.
No.
Yeah, Shane Black, shame on you, man. We thought you were going to come in and give us a good Predator movie because you were in the original. Shame on you, Shane Black. You wrote the worst Predator movie there's ever been. Seriously. And it's hard to outdo freaking the AVP movies.
So what you said about Shane Black, that wasn't like my biggest draw to this film, him being in the first one. It's the fact that he wrote and directed Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. That is my third favorite film of all time.
Never seen it.
So when he's announced to do this, I'm like, I'm on board. And then just read that cast on paper. It's a good formula.
Right.
And you watch it, and there's so much humor for no reason.
Yeah.
The acting, like you said, like Thomas Jane, you have the Punisher. You can put the Punisher up against Predator, and you make him an alcoholic weakling.
Well, he's for some reason he's got Tourette's.
Yeah.
Like, okay, stop. And then the whole thing about autism being like some superpower, like, okay, okay now. There's one part I do love about this movie is where the son is wearing the Predator helmet and he's out trick-or-treating in it. And the two bullies are like, oh, you got this stupid mask on. And then he's like ringing the bell and the guy don't answer it. And then the guy's up on top of the second floor. He comes out and he's like, oh, you stupid kid. And he like throws a can and it hits him. And then the Predator mask reacts and just literally blasts that guy into a million pieces and his whole house blows up. I think that part is funny.
My favorite part of this film, if you have to have one, when Sterling K. Brown, he's like the bad guy of this, and he's very egotistical. And when he puts the cannon on, like that's where his ego takes over. But he doesn't know how to operate it. So first time he uses it, aims at his head and blows his head off.
Yeah. Well, it's not the first time that I just watched this, but it's like the fourth time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you wouldn't even know. Like, I remember my friend's like, I was like, did you see that guy killed himself? And he's like, what? When?
It happened so
Dude,
quick.
He blew his freaking head off. Yeah.
But then you get to this big predator for no reason, and the ending to this film.
Horrible.
Because this was like the third ending, though.
Yeah. No, there was supposed to be, it was the fourth ending, technically. First, they had the idea they wanted Dutch to be they wanted Dutch to be a part of it. Arnold said no. Well, they actually filmed two other endings. The other ending was to have a Ripley
and Newt.
Said Ripley on it. Then the other one was the pod opened up and it's a grown-up Newt from Alien 2 was going to be in the pod. And they filmed both of those. So, yes,
And
they
that
wanted
would
to
have been
connect it to
better.
the Alien franchise, but I'm glad they didn't do it. I'm glad they gave us an Iron Man type Predator suit because that's shit too. So it's just dumb. I think it is the worst Predator movie. I'd rather watch AVP, and that's I
Yeah.
just think this movie's horrible. So let's move on. I didn't get the date, but Prey, I can't remember when that came out, 2023. I
I
can't
think
remember.
so.
But it
22
was
or
on
23.
Hulu, and I remember being excited about this because I'm like, okay, we're getting the only thing I knew about it was we're getting a Predator movie and it takes place in the past. I said, finally, we're getting a Predator movie that takes place in the past because we know these creatures have been around since maybe before man. I mean, we don't know,
Yeah.
It might have been, I mean, because in Predators, like when you see their base camp, you see like Cro-Magnon man, you see like caveman skulls. So they've been bringing people here for since the beginning of man, apparently, because they have
Right.
like caveman type skulls there as trophies. So, I've been like, good. And then when I see more about it, and I'm like, okay, it's back, natives and Native Americans and stuff like this. I said, that's pretty cool. Like, haven't seen anything like that before. Um, and then I watched the movie and I absolutely love it. They crushed it. I think
Yep.
it's one of the best in my opinion. Like I said, it switches places with two with me, but I really like two. Um, but it's like can switch back and forth with two for me. But it's great. I love the concept. I love the Predator. I think the Predator looks weird, but they explain it by there's different tribes of predators, and that's why they look different. Um, and so yeah, I like this one. I like the design. I like the weaponry that it's more like not as advanced as some. Um, and so yeah, I think this one's awesome, and I love the time, the period of time, and I like that Naru had to outsmart the Predator
Right.
because she can't just like Arnold. Even Arnold couldn't out physical the Predator. He had to outsmart him with a trap too, and Naru did the same thing, and I really like that. Also, this one connects to Predator 2 because at the end of Predator 2, the Predators hand Danny Glover a handgun or a pistol, and it says Raphael something on it. I can't remember the last name, and it says the time period on it. And so you're like, oh crap, they've been doing this a long time. Well, that character is in this movie that was on that pistol. And so this pistol comes back, and Naru ends up having it at the end because this guy gives the pistol to her. And so yeah, there's that connection there, which I do like that connection a lot. Actually, I think that
Yeah.
works well. Old Restless says, "Love Prey. The Bone Mask was stupid, but the movie was awesome. I thought the Bone Mask was fine. I didn't mind the Bone Mask at all. I liked it. I thought it was different, and this is a more feral predator. I think that's what they
Yep.
call it. And so he has just a little bit dumbed down technology because he's from a different tribe. So, what's your thoughts on this movie, Jeremy?
This movie really is my favorite storyline.
Okay.
Her journey, not being taken seriously by anyone, always being put on the back burner,
Yep.
her wanting to always give more and do more, and her being the only one that could outsmart the Predator.
Yep.
And to see how brutal he is in this.
Yeah.
That scene where he's in the center and they're all surrounding him and he just John Wicks them all in the most glorious way.
The Frenchman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that scene. This also has one of my favorite traps at the end because you kind of don't see what she's doing until she does it.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah.
I like I said, I think this movie. It's a shame it went to streaming because I would have loved to seen that in the theater.
Yeah.
It is a great movie. You can tell that the guy that made it, he also made two more. He just loves the Predator lore and the franchise and took a lot of care with it. So
Yeah.
And like I said, he made the connection to the Predator series with Predator 2, and that just wasn't thrown together. He actually thought about it. So I thought that was really good. So yes, the next one is Predator Killer of Killers. Did you see this movie?
Yes, and this is actually in probably my top 5 horror movies of the year.
Yeah, this was actually really good. I'm not a huge
Yes.
animated guy. I just never, I just haven't been probably the last 20 years. I don't watch computer generated movies or anything like that. I just never been into that. But this has Eartha, Kenji, and John as the main protagonists in it. And I really like every one of these stories. I think they're pretty cool. I like the animation. I like it. It is pretty gory and action based and all that, which I like and appreciate. I like that they show different predators
Hmm.
um, through history. Um, so yeah, and then they escape from the king predator or whatever. I highly recommend watching this one. And they do show at the end. I think they show Naru, right? But in a
All of them.
later, well, in a later deleted scene, but then they made it canon. They show Dutch, Mike Haggerty, and Naru, right?
Right.
So they got all them people. So if you don't know Killers of Killers, it shows the Predators. Every champion that defeats a Predator, they capture for a later battle with them. They capture every single champion that beat. They call them. They refer to him as a champion. That if you beat a Predator, they're going to kidnap you and put you in a stasis. So they have some people in a frozen stasis from thousands of years ago, even.
Yep.
So that shows that's where they all are. Imagine if we got a movie with Dutch, Mike Harity, and Naru as like the main protagonist. I don't know how they could pull that off because the other two actors are way too damn old, but maybe they could. If they recast it, it maybe work. I don't know. But we're gonna get to that. We'll get to future movies. But what do you think of this? You said that's one of your top movies of the year.
Yes. Because I went into this not thinking it would even be in the top 10. Like, I thought this was just kind of some filler that you needed for Badlands.
Right.
And I also just thought it was going to be anthology, that
Yep.
it wasn't going to connect. These are just 3 different stories.
Okay.
And every story, all 3 of them were highly impactful. And then when it shows the kidnapping and them having to fight each other in order to fight the king, that's where I really fell in love with it.
Yeah.
And seeing
I thought
how
it was good.
how John is as stubborn and he's like, no, we're not going to fight each other. We're going to fight them.
Yep.
Like, I don't care what y'all say. Stop trying to kill me. But I just fell in love with this thing. And I do think we're going to see them again in the future.
I do.
And I think there is a reason why they made that scene canon.
Yep. For sure.
I'm just thinking we might be looking at an animated version of it.
It could be.
Yeah.
So I just wrote some questions down here and then we can get to them and then we can get off here. What is your favorite Predator movie and what's the worst Predator movie to you?
Favorite will probably always be the first one.
I agree with you.
I was really looking at this list like, dang, I've really watched Predator more than any of them.
Yeah.
Worst, I'm going to have to say The Predator.
Yep, I agree with you.
Because I'm just so disappointed with such high hopes.
Yep, I totally agree with you. I was excited for that one, big time, and then they totally blew it. So I'm agreeing with you on that one. Next is who was the toughest adversary out of all the heroes that survived? Who was the toughest adversary a Predator had to fight? I'm going to say Mike Haggerty because he beat a Predator. This is my opinion. He beat a Predator hand-to-hand combat.
That's true.
And Dutch did not. He had to rely on a trap. Naru did not. She had to rely on a trap. And Quinn, he used a Predator weapon to kill him. Royce, he did hand-to-hand combat, but
He
he did blow him up with grenades too to weaken him. So who else? Well, Alexa didn't really fight a predator. She fought aliens, and also AVPR. They didn't really fight the predator either. They fought
right.
the aliens. So I can't count those. I'm saying Mike Harrigan, or whatever his name is. I think he probably is, because he fought one, like I said, hand-to-hand combat, man. I don't know. What do you think?
It would definitely be between him and Royce.
Okay.
Because when Royce finally got the upper hand, he didn't stop. He just kept with that machete into the skull.
Yep.
So, and he also learned how to mess with his infrared in a way that was kind of brilliant.
Right. And the thing also with Mike is he chased the predator. He chased the predator. Arnold did not. He had the predator come to him. Naru had the predator come to her. You know what I mean? Like, so, like, Mike is the one that actively chased the predator and fought him, face to face. I mean, so, like I said, that's why I give him the nod, but I can understand Royce as a choice as well, for sure.
Yeah.
What is your favorite predator weapon that he wields?
Ooh.
Mine is the net. I love that net because it just, oh, dude, it's a metal net and it'll shred you to pieces.
Mine, I'm a sucker for the cannon.
Okay.
Because that thing one shot can blow a literal hole through you.
Yeah, you saw the Blaine's hole. Blaine's hole was huge.
So I'm a sucker for that one, for how dangerous it is. And its targeting mechanism is iconic. Yep.
Yeah. So Old Restless says arm cannon is what he likes.
I can say that.
Okay, there's that one. Just a couple more here. Who is the best character from the movie? Doesn't have to be some of the best characters in your eyes. And I would say not the main character. What are some of your favorite side characters from this franchise? Just give me 2 or 3. I like Blaine, played by Jesse Ventura. I like Mac, played by the great Bill Duke in that. He's really good in that, the first one. I like Bill Paxton's Jerry. I think he's a memorable character in that movie. He tells jokes, but he's kind of like, the new guy on the.
Oh, what happened? Oh, it's the Rapture. You there, bud?
Okay, I think we're back. Are we back?
Yeah, we're back.
Are we back, Jeremy?
Yeah, I can see you and hear you.
Hello?
Hey.
No. Okay, well, we got to end it. We're calling it, okay?